Hello everyone and welcome to Hygienic. Well, today it's another unboxing, another Sebo, a quality German-made bagged upright cleaner. This is a new version of the very popular X4 automatic. Now, it's very similar to the X4 Pet that you can buy, but last year Sebo introduced the X4 Pet Boost. That one word may make an awful lot of difference, and I'll be showing you what that boost is as soon as I've got the machine out of the box and fully assembled, which won't take me long. This is an X4. The first cleaner of this type came out in 1991 when Sebo introduced the X1 series. So there's been some cosmetic changes and a few upgrades internally, notably the motor, but basically it's a very similar machine to the one Sebo introduced in 91. So here we have it. It's all in little bits. So the first thing out, we have the quick release wand and the stretchable hose. Then we've got the handle with the flex attached. With the Pet model you also get the mini turbo nozzle. This is the energy labelling that all vacuum cleaners sold in the European community have to have. I'll talk you through that. So it gets a D rating for energy, so it's relatively, energy guzzling. I can't say it's not an energy, it's never been an energy guzzler, but compared to an A rated, where you'd find say 700 watt machine would be A rated, this uses a bit more. I can't remember at the time of looking, but hang on a minute, I can tell you, because it'll be on the side of the box what the actual wattage is of this machine. Or is it? I don't think it is. No, it's not. I'll tell you that when I get the machine out. But anyway, it's a D rating for energy, but most people aren't going to be bothered with that because it's the performance ratings that matter. But it gets, you see, it gets an F for emissions. I'll explain why that is. It gets a B for carpet cleaning performance. Now, according to the label, that little symbol means it's not suitable for hard floors. And it's 81 decibels, so it's not the quietest vacuum cleaner. Okay, we've seen that label. Let's get the machine out, starting with the cleaning head. So that's the main head with the agitator. Another option you get with this model is the Stair cleaning hose, so it will reach up. Well, I'll be testing that when I do the demo video in a while. It should reach up a standard flight of stairs using that extension hose. We've also got the instruction books, and looks like one spare bag inside there. Last thing out of the box is the main bag compartment, finished in a gloss black with a silver highlight colour. Okay, so that's everything out of the box. Let's unwrap them and get this machine assembled. Right, so I've got all the component parts out of their wrappings. I just need to assemble the vacuum. So we don't need, for the assembly stage, we don't need the extension hose, and we don't need the mini turbo brush. We don't need the spare dust bag. These are the very latest dust bags. At the time of making this video, these are the new ultra bags. Sebo used to use paper bags in these cleaners, but now it's a much stronger material type bag, which is supposed to increase the airflow and make them more efficient. It's supposed to be better. They're supposed to resist clogging better than a paper bag. So all we need is the four main components. The first thing we need to do is assemble the bag compartment onto the cleaning head. So it's just a question. I find it easier to take the bag door off for this. It's just a question of lining up the bottom of the bag compartment If you look, I'll show you at the bottom. Oh, now that noise, I don't know if you can quite hear that. I've never had a Sebo upright with this charcoal. This has got charcoal granules in it, so it's supposed to reduce odours. Because it's a pet model, obviously, if you've got pets, you do know that after vacuuming up, your machine can start smelling a bit whiffy. So this is what this filter is designed to reduce, the odours that emit from the exhaust. Anyway, underneath the bag compartment, we've got this area here. We need to make sure that lines up with this. There's also a little movable piece at the other side. You need to ensure that that's upright because that needs to slot in to the little slot at the other side. So it's just a case of lining it up carefully, jiggling it about a bit and pressing down firmly until you hear a click. So that's the handle assembled, and I can pop the bag door back. So it's not the handle, that's the bag compartment assembled. The handle's coming next, I'm jumping the gun. So next thing I need to do, again you don't need any tools for this, I just need to attach the handle to the top of the bag compartment. You'll notice here a little grey lever. It says open on one side and closed on the other. Before you put the handle in, ensure that it's showing open uppermost. And then we put the handle into the hole here. There's only one way it can go. You can see how it's shaped, and that corresponds with the shape on the machine. So you just have to push it in and make sure, as it says here, insert it totally. You don't want to be seeing any of this writing. That must disappear. Otherwise, if you can still see any of that, you haven't got the handle in correctly. So push it right down, but don't force it. It goes in quite easily. That's in. All I need to do now is turn this little lever to the closed position, and that's the handle fully assembled. Last job to do is attach the wand and the hose. The hose just clips in to the top here. It's just a push fit until it clicks, like that. And then we need to locate the wand into the back of the machine. You need to ensure that the end of the wand is located securely into the hole here at the base of the bag compartment. You also need to make sure there's a little lip here. You need to make sure that the handle part at the front is located properly into this lip. So just locate it into the bottom first, push it forward, and then push it down onto that lip. So that's the machine fully assembled. We're ready to give a guided tour now of this vacuum. I'll give it a brief go, I'll turn it on, experience the boost button for the first time, but there will be a full demonstration of this cleaner coming up very soon. Here's the business end of the cleaner, something you don't often get to see in the fancy commercials and home shopping TV demos, but it is the most important part of an upright vacuum cleaner. It's what does all the work for you, it's what removes the dirt and hopefully gives your carpet a nice groomed appearance. So this is Sebo's brush roll, a very good design with very stiff, dense brushes. It is ideal for pet hair. Not only this, hence the name Pet, obviously it's a special pet version, but all the Sebo uprights have a very similar brush roll and they all do very well on removing pet hair, so I would recommend them if you have a pet. This brush roll comes out easily for cleaning, so if you have pet hair wrapped around it or human hair, long human hair or threads and fibres, it's very easy to remove to clean. I'll show you that with the machine on when I've turned the machine round. So it's an 1100 watt motor, so it's by no means a high energy vacuum cleaner. In the past we've had machines up to 2300 watts, which is completely unnecessary. 1100 watts is more than enough to clean a carpet. In fact, that limit that the EU have set will be going down to 900 watt maximum from 2017. This is the middle roller. That moves up and down automatically according to the surface you're cleaning. This little orange trapdoor enables you to access the suction path should you get a blockage. and there's also a little strip behind the brush which can be replaced when it wears down, and that's supposed to stop your debris being flung back behind the agitator when it's going. It's supposed to seal the head a little bit better. But it's a very quality vacuum cleaner. As you can see, it's got a metal plate at the front. Everything about this vacuum cleaner screams quality, and you expect quality when you buy a Sebo. This is the cleaner head of the Sebo Automatic X4, and this is the button you need to press if you want to clean the brush roll. So you don't even need a screwdriver, you just press that down. This end cap comes off, and then a little twist, and you can remove the whole brush roll in one easy motion. So now we've got easy access to it. If there's lots of hairs wrapped around it, as you often get with an upright cleaner, you can just snip those hairs off, clean the brushes, and slot it back in the machine, and it's as good as new. This is the final exhaust filter that you'll need to replace from time to time. It's just located behind this grill. You can actually wash these. I have washed them quite successfully, but I wouldn't recommend continually washing these. They do need replacing from time to time. Now, the reason this gets a D for emissions is not because it's letting out a lot of dust past the bag and through the motor. It's because it does allow a small amount of carbon dust from the motor to escape from the machine. It's completely safe, it's not going to cause you any harm, and you'll find after heavy use this will turn black to indicate that it's saturated with carbon dust. So that, in my opinion, is why it gets a D rating. There are some Sebo cleaners that get a better rating, but they have a different exhaust. So if Sebo were to introduce maybe a HEPA exhaust, if they couldn't really on this machine, but they could possibly improve the material of this filter, then it would possibly get a better rating. But I wouldn't be too concerned about it. It looks bad compared to an A-rated machine, but you will find that the emissions from this machine, it's not going to spew out a load of dust, I can assure you. So that's your final exhaust filter. But what you'll find when you own a Sebo, the bag does a lot of the filtering for you, and you'll find that the bag compartment stays clean. So the bag, of course, is your main filter, and then the other filters, including the one in the bag compartment, will filter out the very, very fine particles. Okay, here is the computer system, which Sebo have been using since the first Automatic X1 launched in 1991. This is the LED panel on the Sebo Automatic X4. You've got 4 LED lights plus the latest edition, the boost button in the middle. This light illuminates when the brush roll is in the downward motion as it's adjusting to suit whatever surface you're cleaning, whatever pile of carpet. And this light illuminates when the brush roll is moving up. The check brush light will illuminate when you either need to replace the brush roll because it's become too worn, or if you get anything caught in the brush. So for example, if you're vacuuming under a bed and there's a stray sock, and if sock is sucked into the machine, it will jam the brush roll and the machine will switch off, and that light will flash in order for you to remove the obstruction. It just saves wear and tear on the belt. The final light is a check bag indicator, so that will light up when you need to change the bag, but it will also light up to indicate a blockage. Now the boost button, and I've never used it, but we'll see how it works. This, I think, illuminates green, but until I turn the machine on, I'm not sure. But when you have the boost button on, it deactivates the automatic height control. So no longer is the machine automatically adjusting up and down as you move from carpet to carpet. It's going to remain in a fixed lower position, which Sebo claim it gives deeper cleaning and better pet hair removal. At the back of the cleaner we've got the handle release pedal, so you just press that with your foot. You can see it's got a very strong metal piece here, so it's not going to wear out quickly. Sebo have designed their vacuums to last. So you just press that, and you've got 2 positions. Now it's set from the factory, it's set in the floating position, so I can move from the operating position to the low furniture position in one easy movement. Now you can actually do that, or if you want to have a stop, there is a little orange switch here, so if you move that to the other side, now when you move the handle down it will actually lock in the working position, which means if you move the handle further, the head will lift up. Now that's useful if you've got a lot of area rugs to clean, because it means you can lift the machine up onto the rug and then obviously vacuum, and you can lift it off by just tilting the machine back. So it depends. If you've got lots of furniture to clean under, lots of coffee tables, it might be more convenient to have it in the floating position, so you can go straight flat to floor without having to press the release button a second time. There are two cleaning tools stored on board the machine. The upholstery nozzle, which obviously is ideal for cleaning your upholstery, your stairs and your curtains, etc. It has a little brush at the front which helps to give you a little bit of agitation to raise the pile of your upholstery. Also helps to remove any pet hairs or threads and fibres. But of course with the pet version we do have the mini turbo brush. You also get a nice long crevice tool for getting down the sides of your chairs, in between your car seats, all those nooks and crannies that gather dust. That is what you'll use for those. To access the dust bag, there's this little lever at the top of the bag compartment. You just need to pull that out and the whole bag door comes away, and with it comes the dust bag. So when you need to replace your bag, obviously this will be full, and you can actually fill it right to the top without any noticeable drop in cleaning efficiency. You also get a little cap which is over here. So even before you've removed it from the bag door, you can pop one of these caps on the top. So when you do come to take the bag off and put it in your bin, there's no chance of any dust escaping. So it's a very clean method of dust disposal. So when you've disposed of a full bag, you take a new bag, obviously without a cap on it. There's two arrows. You just need to push them in the direction of the arrows, sliding it in. Let's hold it up so you can see what I'm doing. There we go. Slide it in until it clicks. If you don't have a bag fitted correctly, it will not allow you to close the machine, so it's just a little fail-safe. You can't use the machine without a bag, and if you haven't got the bag in correctly, like if I was trying to put it in now, it won't allow me to close the door. So just make sure that it's properly located. So there's the bag. Here's the charcoal filter we had a quick look at earlier. That just pulls out. You can't wash these. They do need to be replaced from time to time. And as you can hear, the activated charcoal particles should ensure that the air that comes out of this machine doesn't smell of damp dog or soggy cat. As often pet owners will know, it's rather annoying sometimes, the doggy or cat smell you get. Again, if you don't fit this filter, you can't close the bag door. There is a little fail-safe feature. It'll only go in one way. I was putting it in the wrong way, that's it. So as long as the filter's in place and your bag is correctly fitted, you can locate the bag door in, and you close it and lock the bag door by pushing that down. This is the handle of the cleaner with a very handy thumb operated on-off switch. Another nice little detail is that the mains cord exits the machine from the handle, so it's kept high up so you're not tripping over it. Some vacuum cleaners, the mains cord can exit from near the bottom of the machine, and it's very awkward. You're forever tripping over the cable. You have to keep it out of the way. Now with this one, obviously you have to hold the cable to one side as you're using the machine, but it is so much more convenient having the cable exiting the machine this high. It just makes things that little bit easier. This is the instant release wand, so as you're cleaning you can just pull the wand out. It locks in the open position. You just need to make sure you pull it to lock it, and then you can grab your accessories and clean all your nooks and crannies. I'll be doing a full demo of all the tools, everything on this machine later on, so don't worry about that. I'll just pop that back now. If you use the machine when it's running, if you remove the hose when it's running, the hose will automatically be sucked back in, so it keeps it neat and tidy. Okay, let's have a look, before I go, at the boost function and the LED indicator lights. If you turn the cleaner on when it's in the upright position, the onboard computer will automatically raise the brush clear of the carpet. So if I switch the machine on now, we should see the green up light illuminate and the cleaning head will start to move. So now, if I was to put the machine in the operating position, what will happen, the onboard computer will sense that the handle has been reclined and it will start to lower the brush according to the height of the carpet you're cleaning. So it's going to, for my carpet, the quite low pile, it's going to lower the brush further than it would on a longer pile carpet. Now for me, I personally don't like the automatic height control because, as I've experienced just now, it doesn't feel like the machine is really agitating the carpet very well. It will pick up the dirt, and I'm sure in my demo when I put down lots of dirt and when I put down lots of pet hair, it probably will clean it up, but it just doesn't have that low growl that you like to hear sometimes with an upright, so you know that the brush is getting deeper down into the carpet, which is why I prefer Sebo cleaners that have a manual height control. So I'm hoping that when I press the boost button, which should illuminate green, that problem will be solved with this vacuum cleaner. So I'm going to recline the handle, I'm going to switch the machine on, I'm going to press boost, and we'll see if that makes a difference. Just from that very brief demonstration, I can tell you that the boost button does make a difference to the agitation of the cleaner. It keeps the cleaning head in a lower position and it stays there. It's not adjusting up and down all the time. So it is more satisfying to use. I do feel that with boost activated it will do a much better job. But I'll be testing all this in my full demo. I'll be testing this machine in the automatic mode, and then I'll test the machine in boost mode and see if it does make a difference. But personally I think it does. It does feel like it's doing a better job with the boost button pressed down. One little niggle, and hopefully Sebo will address this in later models, you have to keep pressing the boost button. So if I turn the machine on and activate the boost, once I turn the cleaner off and turn it on again, you can see that the boost button has deactivated. So every time you switch the machine off, you've got to again press the boost button if you want that function. So it's a little niggle. Hopefully Sebo can address this in a newer model. Possibly having a button on the handle would save you having to bend down all the time and press that button there. Well, that's the end of my unboxing and assembly and first look at the Sebo Automatic X4 Pet Boost Upright Vacuum Cleaner. Well, first impressions, obviously it's a Sebo, so it's very well made. It's a superbly put together piece of equipment. I've always liked Sebo as a brand. I've never really liked the Automatic X series because of the automatic feature, but I think the boost button on this particular model does address my main concern. So I think this is a keeper. Stay tuned because I'll be doing a full demonstration of this machine. I'll be testing it on various surfaces, putting down a lot of dirt, seeing how well it copes with pet hair, general dirt, how well the turbo nozzle works, and how easy it is to clean a full flight of stairs. So if you'd like to subscribe if you don't already, please do so, and you'll be updated when I upload that video. So until the next time, thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.